Hello, I'm Seema. The given passage to us tries to bring out the difference between the two styles of writing, verse and prose. Our question is, the passage talks of bringing out the difference between two different aspects. These are, have a look here at the first paragraph of the passage. You will forgive me, gentlemen, that having in my second lecture encouraged you to the practice of verse as well as of prose, I seize the very next opportunity to warn you against confusing the two, which differ on some points essentially and always as to demand separate rules, or rather, since I am shy of the word rules, a different concept of what the writer should aim at and what avoid. But you must pray understand that what follows will be more useful to the tyro in prose than to the tyro in verse. For while even a lecturer may help you to avoid writing prose in the manner of Milton, only the gods, and they hardly can cure a versifier of being prosaic. Having read this paragraph, you can say that the passage endeavors to bring out the difference between the two styles of writing, verse and prose, as mentioned in the paragraph. So our option would be answer 1, the styles of prose and verse. Option number 2 and 3 are the same, saying the man of letters and the man of words, it's the writer and the orator. So they are wrong. Option number 4 automatically gets negated as it is saying none of these. So our answer is option number 1. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे.
Hello, I am Aditi. The question is, according to the passage, which of the following was the worst off in terms of ease of finding an audience? And the correct solution is option number 2, the muse of history. This information has clearly been mentioned in paragraph 3. Let us see. It says, there was a time, as you know, when the poet and the historian had no less than the orator, and in the most literal sense, to get a hearing. It clearly indicates that orator had a good audience. Therefore, option number 1 is ruled out. Further, the paragraph says that the muse of history, like any street acrobat, had to collect her own crowd. Hence, it clearly states that the muse of history did not have as good audience as the orator and comparatively the poet. Therefore, option number 3 is also ruled out. Option number 4, the late Bishop Stubbs, is basically mentioned over there to reinforce and dramatize the author's point. Therefore, the correct solution is option number 2, muse of history. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I am Aditi. The question is, the passage speaks of the historian having revised his method and advanced his claim in keeping with the improvement of his overall conditions. This implies that, and the correct solution is option number 3, that the historian today commands a higher price and status than earlier. Let us see all the other options. Option 1, that the historian has started making claims for a better position in the society. It is incorrect because there is nowhere society mentioned. Hence, it won't be the answer. Option number 2, that the historian has started demanding a better status in the literary world. It is again incorrect because nowhere has the literary world been mentioned. Option number 4, that the historian today claims to have improved in his status as compared to earlier times. Incorrect again because it does not fall in line with the essence of the passage. Rather, option number 3, that the historian today commands a higher price and status than earlier, is the essence of the whole passage. We can see that especially the last paragraph would throw light on this issue. Hence, the correct solution is option number 3. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे. Hello, I am Aditi. The question is, the implication of the last two paragraphs is, the correct solution would be Option number 3, that the works of a historian are not subject to time, unlike any other activity like racing. Let us see. Option 1, that the historian can be turned upside down and would still be able to write sensibly, is absolutely absurd. Hence it is incorrect. Option 2, that the historian is in a better position only because of the invention of printing. It is partly correct because last line says, it has made almost all the difference. It does not clearly mention that has made all. It has rectified it over here saying almost all. Hence it is partly correct. Therefore it cannot be the answer. Option 4, that the historian today would write about anything that sells, even if it is about a pentathlon. Therefore, this answer is also not correct because it is nowhere in the purview of the passage. The correct solution is option number 3. Thank you. करके दिखाएंगे.